Gone and back again, without a care, but ready now to give us a scare. With time, science has driven us mad. Thankfully, the season doesn't care if we're bad. Full of trinkets, baubles, and delicious delights. Join me now for some Hallowed Nights. That's right, folks. 'Tis the season of Fright, and the constant is all in on it. Unfortunately, though, not much has changed since last year, but I imagine that a lot of you are just clueless as to what this seasonal event even is. So, just allow me to get us up to speed. First and foremost, you'll be seeing a lot of random crap lying around the world during this event. These are actually Halloween specific trinkets, and there's a lot of the tank suckers, as you can see. But we can pick them up as we scare along, and chances are we already know where to bring them and what to do. That's right, the Fat Man himself is the place to be this trick-or-treat season. You can absolutely still use him for normal tributes, but during Hallowed Nights, he'll also be dropping a crap ton of candies along the way. If you want to really terrify your dentist, go ahead and give him some of those Halloween trinkets we mentioned for even more candy drops per tribute. And if you want insane amounts of chewies and gooeys, be sure to dress up, you numpties. This year brought with it 6 brand new sets of Halloween survivor skins, in which we'll showcase at a later time, but do know that you can still take part in the festivities regardless of how thick your wallet is. Most every character in the game has a default Halloween skin that could certainly be obtained fully, however they still become available to everyone for free for a limited time. So head to the curio cabinet or wardrobes to pick out your favorites for whichever character you're playing. But what about them candies, Beard? Do they truly serve a purpose beyond munching them? No, not really. They're just there as a fun little gimmick for folk to take advantage of during the event, which is always lovely. There is a ton of variety for sure, however most of them restore the same 0 to 3 health, hunger, or sanity stats as the others. The thing is though, they do stack up to 40 and actually don't spoil over time, so there is actually potential there for sure. And oh yeah, some of them are based off of other Klei games, which is a nice touch. However, if you're gonna be out and about trick-or-treating, you're gonna need a bag. A candy bag. Easily craftable at any time during Hallowed Nights, the candy bag is a unique backpack that certainly has that don't starve Halloween look, but also can only store candy within it. Thank goodness for its hefty amount of slots, as you'll be needing every single one of those suckers and then some. But now, some fun stuff. Halloween decorations. These too can and will be found simply lying on the ground, but can also come through tumbleweed rummaging or even grave digging. The whole idea is to use these to enjoy decorating totally normal trees, only there's a bit more to it than that. But holy frickin' moly, how awesome do totally normal trees look during this Hallowed Nights event. But speaking of totally normal trees, last year also introduced totally normal bats. When you are felling trees or opening your chest made from said trees, you have an incredibly small chance to encounter this swarm of shadowy rats. Although I do believe they may be missing from this year, sadly. I chopped an open chest for 40 minutes. No joke. And I got nothing. However, if they do happen to show up, they don't actually hurt you physically, rather they hit your sanity a bit while stunning you in the process. There is a counter serum, which kind of makes it strange that they would just straight up remove them, but I think it's now time that we just simply discuss the Mad Scientist Lab. The lab is a new craft found in the Science tab that should not be an issue when it comes to actually crafting the dang thing. So do so, and you'll discover a whole new crafting tab filled with 6 exclusive potions and experiments. This is the fun stuff, everyone, and really the only thing to be slightly updated from last year as it turns out. Using a single frog leg, a hunk of gold, and 10 of your sanity, you can brew up a phobic abatement in order to negate the effects of the supposed totally normal bats we mentioned earlier. The effect lasts for 4 minutes. However, almost all of these experiments have a chance to brew better variants of themselves, and in this case, that would be the phobic abrogation. The latter has its effect last 6 minutes, so there you go. Next up, the Sanguine Mixture. Catch a mosquito, toss in your brains, and cap it off with the red cap for a potion that immediately restores 8 health, but then continues to heal you for 1 point every 2 seconds, totaling 30 health overall. This craft also has a 33% chance to become a canteen mixture, in which restores 20 health right off the bat, followed by that very same health regen. Not too shabby. It's time for a dram of Psychic Fortitude. You'll need a crow, some dark petals, and even more of your brain for this guy. But this guy immediately restores 5 sanity back to you, only to grant 1 point every 2 seconds following consumption. Its better variant, the tumbler full of Psychic Fortitude, initially restores 15 sanity before that gain over time for even better mental management. Both the sulfuric crystals of lime and saltpeter are made via charcoal, rotten eggs, and brains, and both can be tossed into a fire pit or endothermic fire pit to cause different effects within them. They're fun, but that is literally all that they do, mind you. Next up, the Arboretum Experiment. Definitely the most expensive one. This experiment results in one thing and one thing alone. Player planted totally normal trees. They certainly take a long while to grow, considering their many growth stages, but when they do, this is when we can use those Halloween decorations to their max potential. So have fun being frighteningly festive, friends. And oh yeah, you can't use any fertilizer to make them grow faster, nor will Wickerbottom's books work. But finally, the new kid on the block, the Steeped Lunarescence. Net and murder moon moths after chopping lunar trees on the lunar biome, and then pick up the loon tree blossoms that will come from the very same source, to have the power to turn mobs and materials of the constant into those of far-off lunar existences. What do I mean by that? Well, use one on a butterfly to transform it into a moon moth, which, by the way, are actually far better than butterflies to begin with, so more power to ya. We can drop one on simple saplings to amass lunar versions of the stick-having plants. We can use an essence on any flower to alter its entire state, apparently, thus turning it into a lunar tree. At least the beginnings of one for sure. Our non-sentient carrot friends are becoming boring, so why not call forth hordes of carrots instead? Do the same with dragon fruits, only this time salamanders will roam the wastes. Just don't piss them off or they'll burn down the place. Toss them at normal spooters to turn them into the far more terrifying and much more dangerous shattered spider variant. And as you'd imagine, we can build on this by creating even more mass horror by converting regular hounds into horror hounds. This potion is really, really fun. And the best part is that this cool little experiment can have a 33% chance to craft 2 for you, and a 20% chance at, oh baby, a triple. And that's very nice. For some final notes here, you will find pumpkins galore most everywhere during this event, but most notably, pumpkin patches and these pumpkin lanterns will be much more present around the Pit King. So head there now, friends. And finally, there was also a random chance to encounter small bat waves upon digging up graves. So you not only have to worry about your sanity regarding the whole thing, you might have to deal with countless ghosts and of course now, these basilisks. But there you have it, everyone. That's Hallowed Nights in a nutshell. It's truly nothing drastic like some of the other seasonal events, but still offers great and unique fun for those wanting to take part in it. The skins this year are absolutely phenomenal, and we'll discuss them later like I said. The Lunar Potion is super fun, and we all got a bonus login skin to boot. But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. Stay scared out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.